Bit of a dialogue.
Let's have a dialogue. Why
came down to earth as Jesus? Christian, God came down to earth as Jesus. Listen, let me finish.
Let him finish. Yes.
God came down to earth as Jesus, and it was to change the heart of man, to turn the heart of man towards God, to make a new pact with man. A new pact with man from the Old Testament to the New Testament. The traditions are no longer the center and the most important thing with the connection to God. It is the relationship between Jesus and our relationship with God and the heart of God and man binding together as one. Prayer, whatever you want to call it, worship. We finish.
Isn't this wonderful?
Paul is saying.
Let him finish. Yes.
Okay.
Paul, what do you say about Paul?
Paul is saying circumcision doesn't bring you any closer to God.
But he himself was
accepting Jesus as your Savior is what leads you to the heart of God.
Sir, I ask you, I will say to you, yes, you're a Christian. I will say to you this. You start off saying God came down to earth. What is it about heaven that God cannot see, that he has to come down on earth?
I mean, sacrifice.
Sacrifice. What is it in heaven that God could not hear, that he had to come on earth as a human being to hear? What is it about heaven? Is it heaven so far away that he, as God, the divine being, the supreme being, he couldn't hear the prayers of man, that he had to come down in a human form?
I think as a human you shouldn't question his motives.
Well, wait a minute, excuse me. Wait a minute. No man has ever seen God. So in essence, anybody that says that God had to come down to earth in human form, when we all know the creed that there is no one has ever seen God, then we know that that's a lie. Because there is nothing about heaven that God could not hear a prayer, nor could he not see anything on earth, and he could not punish anybody from earth. He had to come on. He couldn't punish anybody from heaven. He had to come on earth. God has to come down to earth. Come on, that's outrageous. You're a supreme being.
God doesn't have to do anything. God didn't have to do anything.
So you say
God decided to come down to earth.
Okay.
God sent his son.
Who says this? What prophet says that God came to earth, sir?
Jesus.
Do you have the gospel according to Jesus, sir? That says that my Lord came down to earth and you're talking to your God now?